Okay, my name's Marvin Hengst. I was born over close to the little town of York, Anna in 1939 and lived there up until I got married in 1960. Dad and I had a large garden, truck patch we called it. It was about 75 by 150 out behind the house over there. And we raised all kinds of crops: corn, potatoes, tomatoes, beans. Lima beans was his all-time favorite. And as you can see in the picture, this particular year, in 1981, he had a bumper crop of tomatoes. Now, I don't know how it got in the paper. I don't know if my sister or my mother or a friend or neighbor or somebody anyhow clued in the dispatch about it. And obviously someone came out from the dispatch and took the photos and wrote up an article on it. Like I said, I lost track of the article. I think I have one around somewhere, but I don't know for sure. As soon as I was big enough to reach up and grab a hold of the halter or the bridle on a horse, on a work horse, my job was to lead the horse through the patch between the rows to make sure that the horse didn't trample on the plants. And that was, Dad would come home from work. He worked in York at the Far Tobacco Company, which used to be on Poplar Street between Queen and Pine. They're no longer there, of course, but he would get home about 4:30 in the evening. We'd eat supper, and the next thing, he and I were off up to the neighbor to get the horse or a mule, whichever was available. We'd bring it back, and we'd almost till dark we'd be cultivating the crops in the truck patch. Corn, potatoes was the biggest crop. We would have potatoes until from about July. Usually we'd take the potatoes out right around the 4th of July, and we'd have potatoes all through the winter until the next spring. But then sweet corn, we had neighbors would come and buy sweet corn from him. I remember that. He raised lima beans, string beans. Oh, and when the potatoes came out, he would sow turnips where the potatoes were, and then we'd have turnips in the fall. Strawberries, we had a row of strawberries along the edge of the, right along the one edge of the plot. I remember that. He tried sweet potatoes quite a few times and never had too much luck with those. Started with trying tomatoes over here at the end of the deck, but there was too much shade there. So I decided I knew I had to get it someplace where they would get more sun. So my wife and I discussed it, and we talked about it. I said, I know what I'll do. I'll build a place out there against the shed. There they'll get sun almost the whole day. So that's what I did. I went to Lowe's, bought the landscape timbers, nailed them together and built the enclosure there, and then bought soil from Eschbach's down off the Lincoln Highway. Must be some good stuff because you can see what the tomatoes are doing. Well, if they all come in, we have very good neighbors around here across from us and next to us, and I'm sure we'll keep them supplied with tomatoes, and we really like to eat tomatoes ourselves, so they'll go to good use. We won't throw any of them away, I'm sure. A T-bone steak, roasting ears, well, corn on the cob and boiled. I don't like it grilled. My wife likes it grilled, but I like it better boiled in water. And raw tomatoes sliced with salt and mayonnaise on them.